to a Witchy Bitch astrology update. This is for the new moon in Aquarius on February 11th that we are having. And woo, is this an intense new moon? You know, we just went through, I've talked about this a lot, but we just went through this really intense 2020 Capricorn cycle, right? Where we had like, at one point, I think we had 9 planets in Capricorn. It was just nuts. Like we had so much, everything was in Capricorn, right? And there was this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that was just like plowing through Capricorn, the old school, authoritative, bureaucratic, patriarchal structures that no longer suit us, right? Well, now on this February 11th, we got 6 planets in Aquarius. Everything has moved forward. Everything has moved out of Capricorn except for Pluto, our friend Pluto. You know, Pluto, god of the underworld, god of death and rebirth, goddess of death and rebirth. You know, so Pluto's still working her magic, just scrubbing all this old school energy out while we had him bring in, you know, I made a video called What Does the Age of Aquarius Really Mean? And I can say for absolute certainty, you guys, that we have now entered the Age of Aquarius. And this is our time, y'all. You know, I don't really follow much news, but I did hear about the, you know, the thing with GameStop and how the people kind of rose up and played the stock market, you know, and, you know, this is exactly what the Age of Aquarius is all about. It's about individuals kind of reforming and augmenting the system. It's about fierce individualism. It is about revolution and revolutionary energy, visionary energy that is plowing through, destroying, and you know, leveling the playing field for everybody. You know, Aquarius is really the energy, the highest energy. It's the sign, it's the second to last sign of the zodiac. And as the zodiac kind of goes on, you know, we start with Aries and then we move through the first 6 signs, which is the development of the self. And then through the 7 through 12 signs, it's about the higher dimensions of our consciousness. So by the time we get to the 12th sign, the sign of Pisces, Pisces is like Jesus Christ energy. It's like, you know, the waters, the consciousness waters that we all swim in, and the ultimate inspiration and love energy that we're all interconnects us all, right? That's the end finale of like us as spiritual beings on this planet. The sign before that is Aquarius, okay? So Aquarius is really this like, it is the revolution. It is the bombastic, you know, breaking out, rebellious, you know, and really at its deepest, you know, and to really be in your Aquarian power so that we can bring this back to the self. It's really about this absolute loyalty to truth. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit in a moment, but you know, there is a shifting of a paradigm that is happening at this moment, you guys. We have a really, like, it's been building and building and building. And now we finally have gotten to this point now where the energies of the old school system are not, it's not working anymore. And we're in this kind of, we're moving from more of a head-based rationality, prized rationality overall, fear-based consciousness into more of an empathic, heart-based consciousness. And what this means is that in order to be in that heart space, we absolutely have to maintain this loyalty to truth, which really, when we start tuning into our own loyalty to truth, that means that we are tuning in to the authentic, intuitive voice of our own souls. And when we're really tuning into that, that is the God force, the God energy, that the omnipotent energy that runs through every single thing in this universe, that works through us, right? That is itself expressing itself. That is creativity. And we are in such a powerful, you guys, you know, we are in such an intensely powerful creative time right now. If you ever in your life had a time where you were ready to like kind of, you've had some creative idea and you've kind of held yourself back and you weren't sure about it. You guys, this is the time. This is the time to let it all out and put it all out there, because we are in this, you know, we're still not totally stable because the systems are shifting. you know, we went through this massive destruction in 2020, and we're still kind of trying to stabilize. But what's happening is that, you know, everything is getting presented right now. Every idea, every new kind of innovative thing is coming to the forefront because our systems have changed so much. And it's really creating this real kind of new, independent, individualistic, you know, where it's almost kind of like the gold rush or something. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling right now, is like the gold rush, right? Where like people are like, wait, there's gold and I can have it and I can go get it and I can be rich. All I gotta do is travel out here and go dig this hole and find it. That's pretty much what's going on right now. It's like, if you have a good enough idea and you have enough like power and are in the flow of the current of whatever's going on right now, you can strike gold. And it's not about just materiality. Of course, we all want money and we all want to be safe and secure, and but it's really about tuning into the flow and allowing yourself to kind of exist inside of this space where you're working from a within without, where you're starting to identify yourself more in terms of a spiritual being in a material world, and you're starting to identify more with the spirit. And this is what I'm talking about. We're moving from a head-based culture. This is really the entrance of the divine feminine, but that age of Aquarius with its revolutionary, eccentric, and rebelliousness is helping us like break down all these really rigid, dogmatic, patriarchal structures that have been in place for so long. And so it's all kind of just dismantling. The Aquarian energy is like all over the place. It's you know, it's using technology. It's using Uranus is like the planet of lightning intuition, of electricity, right? And it's kind of using all this energy to kind of just like level this playing field so that we can really become allow the truth of whatever our own souls are here to express, which we all have something that we have come to express in whatever way that is, whether it's for you in this lifetime just being a mother, or you know, or a father, or you know, or if you have something that's inside of you, some creative project that you've like, you know, that came to you that you are really like, you know, scared to kind of let out or let yourself really explore. Now is the time. Everything is getting rewritten right now. Everything is getting redrawn, and it's all kind of out there. And we have so many planets in Aquarius right now that it is like, dawning of the age of Aquarius. It really is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Okay. So the other thing that's happening on this new moon is that we have this Jupiter and Venus at the exact same degrees. So a lot of astrologers are like, oh, this is an amazing time for love. And yes, it is, because Jupiter conjunct Venus is like the on a new moon, okay? You know, the new moon is like the whence you plant the seed of the next 28 days, right? And for them to be at Jupiter is the planet of expansion and optimism and faith, and Venus is the energy of love and beauty and relationships, but it also is the energy of art. And that's why I'm saying this is such an incredible time to be so incredibly creative, because really it's Jupiter's expanding this flow energy of creativity that is like exists within us, right? This divine feminine flowing energy that kind of wants to express itself. That can express itself as a new relationship. That can express itself as a new project. That can express itself however it wants. But at its highest, I really kind of think that, you know, if you take it away from like, you know, a relationship, which, you know, if that's what's in the cards for you, that's what's in the cards. But if you take it even higher, it's really about this kind of energy around self-love. And, you know, as we're kind of coming into this age of Aquarius, that's all about this fierce individualism, right? And we're moving away from this codependent, old school, patriarchal energy where the men had to uphold and the women had to support with the family, and there was this real imbalance, and they both needed each other to express the other, and it was like, it doesn't work for any of us anymore. We're all exhausted, we're all depleted, we're all tired of it. We all want to be both things. It's an era of paradox, you guys. We're both both things at the same time, and we're whole and complete in ourselves. And whatever relationships we attract are just going to be people that are equal and in their own power in the same exact ways. But we're not going to need each other, right, in this way in order to complete something, right? So when I'm talking about self-love here and this being an amazing opportunity, what I'm really talking about and what I have learned, especially about self-love, is really allowing ourselves to get into the flow. So what that for me, that's what I've been really focusing on this month and last month really, is about getting into the flow, which is like really allowing myself to kind of tune in to the like golden, loving God force energy that lives inside of me, and beginning to create, deeply knowing that all of the answers that I seek are within me. And I know it's like, yes, all the answers are within you. And when you're lost and you don't know what the heck, you're asked from your head, that doesn't help you at all. But I've been sitting with this, and it's incredibly empowering when you do this, you guys, because what you're doing is you're taking anything and everyone off of any pedestal, giving you an opinion about what you should do with your life. And you are like, all of the answers reside in me. And when you have all the answers, then you're your own director, producer, actor in your own stage of your own life. And from there, that's where the creativity and the flow state all comes from. And, I've been really into this quote lately that God can only do for you what she can do through you. So, and really this idea that, we have this like idea about, I mean, I'm not religious, but I've been getting into like Jesus Christ consciousness lately, because Jesus was just this self-actualized person that was able to express himself in the world as pure spiritual being in love, who saw rightly, not as things were, but as things, as the energy should be, right? And, and so, I've been really like working with this idea that God is a process God is inside of me, and it's a process through which it flows through me. It's a creative flow, right? And so if I start tuning into that, it's not something outside of me that I pray to that's going to do things for me if I'm just good enough, please God, with the white beard and the white dude being like, if I'm good enough. No, God is me. I am an expression of God. And so my intuition, the creative flow which resides within me, is God expressing itself. And so if you start to think about this idea that God or spiritual energy or the universe, whatever the heck you want to call it, cosmic consciousness is this thing that only can do for you what it can do through you, which means that it is you tuning into this energy within yourself and allowing it to express itself through you, which, the opposite sign of Aquarius is Leo, right? The opposite sign of Aquarius is Leo. So whenever there's anything in a bunch of Aquarius, always the other opposite sign is being activated. Leo is the ultimate expressor, right? It is like 2 weeks ago, we had that full moon in Leo, right? Now we're in the Aquarian energy. And so, it's allowing yourself to play around with this energy and allowing yourself to tune into this creative force from within and allow it to come out, right? Life is lived from within out. And so, I just want to give you guys, this reassurance that we are in this new energy of a new paradigm, okay? And the momentum is building, and it's getting stronger and stronger. And, we are breaking out of old roles and emerging new, authentic, powerful reflections of the self. So I want you to think about that, okay? There is a new energy, and all of this it's awakening us. That's the Uranus energy that rules Aquarius. It's literally like you're just waking up and you're like, oh, I don't have to do what you say. I've been thinking about this, Janelle. I can do whatever the heck I want. God exists within me. I am the creator, and I am going to help create this new paradigm from my own self and believe that the power resides within me. I've been loving this Janelle Monáe quote from her song Turntables, which you guys, if you haven't heard that song, it's so good. But she's like, I don't need permission. I got my intuition, okay? I don't need permission. I got my intuition. This is the Age of Aquarius quote, okay, you guys? Y'all don't need no permission from nobody no more. None of us do. You got your intuition. You are existing from within out. You are a part of something, a greater whole that is guiding, directing, and you are the actor, director, and producer of your own life. So let's do this, okay? This is really a time for us all when we can have the discipline to tune into this energy, because it takes discipline, because we're unplugging from old habitual patterns of thinking that no longer suit, and we're opening up to the divine flow from within. It takes focus, it takes intention, okay? And it also, but really when we start to do it, we are really in a place where we're accessing our inner genius. This is essentially what genius is. It's allowing yourself to begin to access the potentiality of light that exists within you. And when we start tapping that and having focus and having intention and allowing ourselves to sit with it and just simply have that intention, you will be insanely amazed at what starts to come out of your life and what becomes of your life. So the one of the main things I want to really impart here, though, is that this loyalty to truth and this absolute loyalty to truth is extraordinarily important. It is the keystone step in this new reformation of individualism that is happening all over the world, y'all. The world, okay? It's happening all over the world, but you have to allow yourself to honor your truth. Your truth is what you feel about things. It's not what you rationally think. Because what you rationally think is based on a paradigm that is now Mo. And it's like, well, I have to do this and I have to check that off and I have to do this and I have to do this. But it's actually, that's in complete opposition to what actually resides within you, which is like, no, go here and do that. But it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Just begin to follow your inner truth. I challenge you. I honor you. I elevate you. I give you permission. I don't need permission. I got my intuition, right? You guys, do it. I swear to you, when I started figuring this out and I stopped pushing and striving and trying to create and do all this law of attraction stuff, and I just was like, okay, I'm just surrendering to the universe and I'm allowing myself to trust what I feel and to follow that direction. That will be the unfolding and the complete flowering of your life. And that is how evolution works, you guys. It's trusting this loyalty to the truth, trusting your inner truth. Anyway, this is a high energy forecast here, but I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about the Age of Aquarius. I got an Age of Aquarius little pendant right here, gold that my mom gave me. She's an Aquarian. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, please let me know. info@chasepetiche.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share if you think this will help anybody. We're all in this together. We're doing it together, you guys. I love you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful new moon. Yay!